How's everybody doing? See some people in the chat. Welcome to 1Voice's and Whitewater Crossing Celebrate Recovery's Night of Hope and Recovery. So, here with my buddy Aaron. Aaron, what's up?
How's everybody doing tonight?
If you guys are here and you're watching, please hop in the chat, engage with us, interact. This is going to be hopefully a great, fun night. We're going to be doing some music. We're going to be doing some spoken word poetry. We got a video for you that's premiering tonight. Aaron, what'd you think about that process?
Good night.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
A good night, a good video, a night of hope.
Absolutely. And
That's what we're here for, right?
That's right. Guys, we all have a story, and I'm just excited that my story's led me here right now to this moment. And I'll be sharing a little bit more of that later, but we've got this whole COVID thing going on and just a crazy world that it's hard to interact. So we're trying to do something different. We're trying to build recovery communities. And so Aaron and I were brainstorming a while back, and a recovery community is not just
Our community.
our community, right? It can be an online community. That means reaching out to you guys. You might be sitting at home, and we're just glad you're here. So if you can say hello, who do we got in here?
Let us know where you're from.
Got Dandelion. All right. Jody, what's up? What's up? So guys, engage with us in the chat. This is supposed to be an interactive experience. I know we're all like webinared out. How many hours a week do you spend on Zoom?
Way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much.
Legit.
Amen to that.
Yeah, Chandler, Zoom calls feel like half of my life right now, and I'm really not into that.
I think I got stock in it. I'm just saying.
Dude, if we would have bought stock in that, cash me outside. All right. So, guys, we're excited for this night. I want to give a big thank you to Whitewater Crossing Christian Church here in Cleves, Ohio. They have graciously allowed me to use this space, to use the lights and the sound system and the technology to make this all work. So, just for me, I'm on staff here, and just it's a big, big blessing that my leadership and my executive team supports that. So, want to thank them. Want to thank my family and my friends, a lot of them who are here volunteering this evening. I got people running cameras behind the scenes, people that you won't even see but are working their tails off to bring this event to you. So we want to thank them. And then I'm the vice president for 1Voice. Can you tell us a little bit about 1Voice?
1Voice is a nonprofit organization, recovery advocacy organization.
Yes.
And these are kind of some of the things we do. We bring events like this to the community. We partner with other organizations, partner with other recovery communities, all in a message of hope, a message of unity.
Yeah, I love that. So you called me earlier, Aaron, and you said there were some people out in Ripley County that were going to be trying to watch?
Yeah, they're actually on here now.
What's up? What's up, y'all?
They got a big screen set up, big old screen.
It's going to be like
After a meeting, and they're all sitting around watching this.
That's cool.
Sharing our night with us.
That's cool. So I'm just super stoked to be here, man.
It's going to be a good night, man.
It is. So we're also going to be giving you guys some information about some resources in the community. So shout out to my lit guys. Love them dudes. They show up every week at CR, and they fill me with so much hope. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Just wait till you hear some of their transformation stories later.
I can't wait.
Shout out to my 1Voice family. They came out in full effect today. Just love you guys. We can... Sometimes we can meander through life, right? And we don't really have a purpose. And man, the relationships that I built in my sobriety
The connections
have been the best relationships I've ever had, Aaron. They're based out of true love. They're based out of trying to make an impact for positive, I spent so much time living negatively, beating myself up, hurting my family, hurting the people around me. I don't got to live like that anymore.
Not at all.
That's a lot of hope right there. So we are so glad you guys are here. Let's see if we got anybody else in the chat. What's up, Ridley County? I love it. Thanks from Fleming, Ohio. Thank you for tuning in. That is awesome.
Yeah, and everybody that's on here, keep sharing this link out.
Yeah, share this out. If you've
Everybody's
got some
welcome
friends.
to join. This isn't a Lawrenceburg thing or a 1Voice thing or a Whitewater Crossing thing or a Celebrate Recovery thing. This is a we thing. This is us.
Absolutely.
This is for everyone.
You know, I like to stick to a phrase that we're better together, you know, and that's what I love about 1Voice, man. 1Voice is we literally are trying to be 1Voice for recovery communities, for marginalized people, you know. It's easy, like, you know, we go through our daily humdrum of life, and just it's really, really easy to forget how many people are hurting, how many people are struggling. And so, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's
You
why
get
I'm
to
here
be that
tonight.
voice tonight.
Yeah,
Be
absolutely.
that voice every day.
So you guys, you be the voice in the chat. We're going to do a little music to get started tonight, and then you're going to hear from my friend Wyatt, who is the president of 1Voice. Aaron, love you, brother. Thank you.
Good night, bro. Love you, man.
Absolutely.
Cool. We'll get ready to do some intro music here, some songs that aren't normally played on the church stage, but it's going to be a great
What?
time.
Did we get that approved?
I guess we're just doing it anyway.
Man. Chandler, I'm glad you picked these out, so if anything goes
You
wrong,
can just throw everything on me.
okay,
So, you know,
I can handle that.
I'll pray about it tonight.
All right.
So, but greetings to people who are coming in, who are
Yeah,
watching.
hey,
on
real quick,
Twitch.
guys, these are some of my friends. They're graciously offering up their Friday night. You know, you guys could be doing something a lot more fun maybe, but
No,
hopefully
dude,
you're going to have
this is my
tons of fun
Friday
with
night.
me.
Yeah,
So.
we're jamming out.
So you guys all want to introduce yourselves? I know, Laura, we don't have you on the mic. This is Laura Hamilton. She is a killer drummer, a killer guitarist, a killer vocalist. Like, she can literally,
Yeah,
I could put her on a xylophone and she'd make it sound good, I bet.
she'd figure it out.
Yeah,
She'd find a way. Laura finds a way.
absolutely. Sarah? Sarah, I have just recently met in the last, 8 months, 9 months now, and just, man, she brings some light. Like, she walks in a room and it feels a little more hopeful. So thank you for being here, Sarah.
She strides into a room.
She
Sarah
does.
strides into a room. Give us a stride.
I can't do it. I'm too nervous.
And so what about the funky bass man over here?
What about? I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, no. I'm Chandler. It's nice to meet you guys. We're going to jam out, play some
yeah,
music.
let's do it.
This is a weird version of Billie Jean. But we'll see how it goes. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one who would dance on the floor in the round. She said, I am the one who would dance on the floor in the round. She told me her name was Billie Jean as she crossed the scene. Then every head her with eyes of dream, being the one who would dance on the floor and around. Oh, people always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mama always told me, be careful what you do. Be careful what you do. The lie becomes true. Energy, not my love. She's just a girl who claimed that I am the one. The cat is not my son. She said I am the one. The cat is not my son. For 40 days and for 40 nights I was on the side. But who can stand when she's in demand? Her schemes and plans. Who dance on the floor and around. So take my strong advice. Just remember to always think twice. You told my baby there's three, that you looked at me, then showed a photo. Baby cried, eyes look like mine. Good dance on the floor, right? People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. She came and stood by me, the smell of sweet perfume. It's happened way too soon. She called me to her room, yeah. Billie Jean, not my lover. She just a girl, claimed that I am the one. Oh, the cat is not my son. She said I am the one, but the cat is not my son. Come on, Ryan. Billie Jean is not my lover. 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 Come on. Billie Jean is not my lover. Billie Jean is not my. Billie Jean is not my lover. There we go. A little Michael Jackson to open up the night.
Yeah.
There it is. There we go.
I
I
like
feel
that.
good. I feel good.
I want to be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Hey, chat, what do you guys think of that? Hopefully you guys are liking that.
Drop some thoughts.
Yeah, hopefully
Drop
you're
some
inviting your
criticism.
friends. You know, we're just so glad that you guys are here chilling with us. And we're trying something new, right?
We are.
Like, I think when we talked about this music tonight, guys, we were like, what if we just made it feel like we were like hanging out in our living room and just chilling, playing some music,
Yeah.
or sitting around a campfire? You ever done that?
I have done that. Campfire jams, man. Campfire jams hit different.
Yeah,
They
for
hit
sure.
different. No, Ryan,
For
can you like pull back the chain, pull back the guitar strap, and let the people see what your shirt says here? Because I love it, man. I love it. Hope
All right,
is the best dope.
let me give the camera.
Yeah, give the camera. Give
So-
the camera a little look here.
You know, it's true, and I know it from experience, so I'll just leave it at that. Now, of all things, like, I got this saying, would you believe this, Chandler, from a pastor?
Wait.
Do you
what?
believe that?
I don't know. I don't know if I should.
But I want to give a special shout out to Amanda Brashear. She made this shirt for me, like we had kind of talked about it, and you know, I went to say, hey, how much do I owe you? You know, she was like, oh no, you're not going to owe me anything. Like, so I think if you are interested in a shirt, let us know in chat, because I think she is willing to sell some of these shirts and help us raise money for 1Voice.
I like that.
So that's pretty cool. That's
The shirt speaks for itself.
that's
man.
dope.
I love
That
it.
provides hope,
Yes, sir.
and hope is the best.
Yes, sir.
Dope.
All righty. We'll continue on here. We're going to go back to 1969
Ooh.
to London and do a song by the Beatles.
Dude, I love your accents. Like, can you do a little bit more of that?
As the night goes on, sure.
What do you guys think, chat? Do you like his accent?
I don't. Do you like my accent? What if I'm just pretending to be American? Right now?
What if you're single, for all the single ladies out there?
Ah, dude. Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That is true.
I didn't say.
We got eHarmony over here, Ryan. All right, let's do it. nighttime he come grooving up slowly. He's got juju eyeball, he want holy roller. He's got hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. He wear no shoe shine, he's got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoots Coca-Cola. He said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me. He back production, he's got Boris Gumbo, he got oh no sideboard, he want spinal cracker, he's got feet down below his knee. Holds you in his arms and you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. Come on, Ryan. He roller coaster, he's got early morning, he's got muddy water, he's one mojo filter. He said, one is free. Got to be good looking, 'cause it's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Come on, Ryan, sing something now, come on. Oh, come together, yeah. Oh, come together, yeah. 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 Sweet. We got Ringo Starr back there on the skins, man.
Yeah.
We got Ringo Starr back there in the skins.
Hey, Ringo, you're
Hey,
doing a great
Ringo.
job.
Ringo, don't drag the tempo. Come on. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
Dude, that's so good, dude.
What? My Beatles impression kind of sounds like my A New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi impression. You know?
You know,
Of course, I know him. He's me. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
oh, Laura's back there moaning like, no, don't do it. Don't
Chandler,
do it.
please stop. Please, it's live. Please.
Chat, I see you guys still engaging. Thank you for that. Hopefully you like that. I mean, Chandler, how appropriate, like picking that song, man. Like, what a great message. Just come together.
Come together.
You know, come together. I'm a fan of the Beatles. I like their later stuff. Like,
When they were developing, man.
Yeah, well,
when they were expanding.
expanding their minds, maybe.
Expanding their minds, in quotes. I'll let you guys figure out what that means.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
so-
Let's do it. We're gonna
Awesome.
We're
We
gonna
got-
close here. This
All right.
close this set because there's more music coming.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll close this set with some an homage to the late great Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, you know what, Chandler?
What's up?
You're my pride and joy, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
Oh.
Well, you heard about love, desire to the blind. My baby never called the sun to shine. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. Well, love my baby, my heart and soul. Love like ours will never grow old. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little love boy. Come on, Ryan. Well, love my lady, fine lean. You mess with her, you see, man, get mean. She's my sweet little baby. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little love boy. Let's bring this down, bring it down. Well, love my baby, the finest wine. Stick with her until the end of time. She's my sweet thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little lover boy. Come on, Ryan, let's go. One more time, Ryan, come on. Yeah, love my baby, my heart and soul. Love like ours will never grow again. I love my baby, my heart and soul. Love like ours will never go. Sing it. I love my baby, my heart and soul. Love like ours will never grow. I love my baby, my heart and soul. Love like ours will never grow. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm a little love boy. Come on, Ryan. I'll bring this down. Love my baby, my heart and soul.
was fun.
That was fun.
Dude, we should totally start a garage band in your mom's garage.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom has a cool basement we can use, bro. For real.
Oh, okay. That'd be cool. All right. Hey, guys, welcome back. I'm going to let the band go take a little break, get a little water, and I'm going to get ready to invite one of my buddies up. And I got to say, you know what, 2 years ago, I didn't even know this guy, and knew his wife. She came and helped me out with some things. We'll get to some of that later. And, you know, this gentleman here, he is just a great example of what it means to be a leader, what it means to be for people, loving on people, whether they deserve it or not. And so I want to introduce you to my buddy to talk about 1Voice, the president of 1Voice, Wyatt Sampson. What's up?
For the kind words, Ryan.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you in my life these days.
Well, it's a pleasure to be in yours. So he lied. I am tonight's comedy show for the event.
Yeah,
tonight.
did you work on that Farley
I'm
act?
Wyatt Sampson.
Did you work on the Farley act? Chris
No,
Farley?
No, it's better than that.
He does so good at that, guys. He really does.
This is better than that. And that's the best joke I have all night. How do you get people that suffer from substance use disorders into recovery? Anyone in the chat? Time's up. You throw them a hope tester. And there's the end of my career.
Just don't drop that mic, man. That's expensive.
I'll stick with my regular job, I guess. But no, it's a pleasure to be here. Welcome, everybody. I want to see everybody light up the chat. Message of hope is why we're here tonight. And really, it wasn't a joke. You throw them a little bit of hope. That's why I'm standing here, and not 6 feet under, to be honest with you. That little glimmer of hope that I was given. And then it developed into a passion, motivation, and an earningness just to help others in any way, shape, or form. And there was a lot of learning along the way because there's a lot of different pathways to recovery. I just want people to know that. I want people to know that 1Voice is an organization, you know, that welcomes new partnerships and has many partnerships. And I could stand up here all night and thank everybody behind the scenes that's involved. But if you want to know more about that, Kayla is going to link some information in the chat about how to reach out to us in 1Voice. I can remember being broken, you know, just not wanting to even be alive, very hopeless. I felt like I was different. It made me want to isolate. I had no idea what to do. I just remember feeling that way, and I know that some of you out there might be feeling the same way. I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not the only one that feels that way, and that there is a way to get through it, even though it feels like there isn't.
And a way to be better, right? Not even get through it, but just thrive.
Yeah.
And so, Wyatt, you mentioned a little bit about a lot of the people behind the scenes. You guys have hired some people recently, right? We've got some grant work going on. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, we are partnered with the Indiana Recovery Network. If you Google that, it brings up the state of Indiana and all the partners with the IRN, DMHA, SAMHSA. The list goes on, so I apologize if I can't name them all off. But if you look up the link that Kayla's putting in the chat box, you can find out more information on that. And I just want to thank everybody there. And also want to give a shout out to a huge partner with the Choices Emergency Response Team, all the clinicians, RAP facilitators, recovery coaches. It's awesome to be a part of that team. And give a shout out in the chat for CERT.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I met your wife, you know, was through Choices and the CERT program. So they're doing a lot of great work in southeastern Indiana, and it's a blessing to have them partner with 1Voice. And, you know, another great thing, you mentioned Kayla. She's moderating our chat. So,
Hi,
you know,
Kayla.
we love Kayla's in
Camera
the
close
chat
up
there.
on Kayla, please.
You know, she's down there at the corner of the stage just typing feverishly trying to keep up with the links that you keep spitting out at her. And
You're doing an awesome job.
there's another guy in the back room named DJ.
DJ, he's hard to miss.
He is hard to miss, and he just keeps getting bigger, man. I don't know what to do about that, but I try to outwork him in the gym, and I just can't.
That guy's just a walking inspiration.
He really is. We have Melissa Popejoy on our team.
Melissa, I know I saw you in the chat. She's doing an awesome job too.
Yeah.
Recovery coach. Kayla's a recovery coach. DJ, recovery coaching, helping us out. They're doing awesome right now.
Yeah, we got Kendra Turner.
Kendra,
Yeah.
I saw you in the chat. You're actually on your way here.
That'd be
I
awesome.
think she's running on Spalding time today.
Oh, ouch. Oh. I hope he's on time for this next segment, man. I don't know. So, well, Wyatt, I mean, it's so awesome to learn about you and your story, and just it always gives me hope. You are an inspiration for me, and I appreciate everything you do, not only for me personally, but just giving back to the community. You know, you're trying to involve yourself in so many things, and I know that's hard because I do the same thing. It's hard to say no, but I love that about your heart, man. I love that you just love people, and I feel like that's part of what I love. You know, I want to see, as weird as it seems, like broken people. I want to help them because I've been broken more than once in my life, you know, and I'm better now than I've ever been. So I want to share that with other people, that hope that, you know, that we can find in that sobriety and recovery. And, you know, Whitewater Crossing Celebrate Recovery is also partnering with us. And that's one thing that I like about that program, and I think 1Voice does a great job of that, is that we have Challenge to Change. It's a behavioral cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, more skill-based peer support.
Yeah, and you know, recovery doesn't have to be just drugs and alcohol. Like sometimes it's depression, sometimes it's grief, anxiety. You know, I could name off overeating. You know, it could be a lot of things.
Maybe you're a family member that has somebody that's close to you that's struggling in some way, shape, or form, and you want to come learn more. You know, you're welcome. Anyone's welcome.
It's one of those things you can just always try it, right? It doesn't hurt. If you think you've tried everything, there's probably more stuff out there for you. But, you know, we would just love to get to know you. So reach out to Wyatt. Reach out to any of the members we talked about on the 1Voice team. And, man, I'm so proud to be part of your organization. Thank you.
I'm glad that you're a part, too. You make us a better organization, being vice president and all the skill set and love and heart you bring. We're so lucky to have you.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Thanks,
I
brother.
appreciate you.
Love you guys.
Thanks. Shout out to the chat. Let's see. Hey, look. Appreciate you sharing that. Definitely. All kinds of people in there. All love DJ. Man, DJ gets all the love. Melissa put him last, though, so I'm going to say that I'm part of the team and I get that first. You hear that, DJ? He's back there. All right, next up, guys. Aaron Spalding. I mean, enough said. This guy is a total inspiration. He is like, he's on creativity overload sometimes, and I love that about him because he forces me to like keep thinking, keep dreaming. And Aaron, why don't you come up here? He's going to do a little bit of a spoken word poetry, which is so powerful. He does such a good job, and he's going to end it up, I think, with a video that him and I recorded the other week, and it's just really good. And man, thank you for challenging me to continue to inspire and just try to make awesome creative decisions. Keep dreaming, brother.
Before Aaron gets on and with this awesome stuff he does, I just want to give a shout out to my daughter, Katie. Just want to say I'm very proud of you and love you. Be safe.
This is amazing right here. Absolutely amazing. The clean time in the chats, people from all over the country. This is what recovery is. So my name's Aaron Spalding. I am a person in long-term recovery. What that means to me is I haven't touched a mood or mind-altering substance since November 29th, 2015. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What that also means is today I get the opportunity to stand up here with like-minded people, to share a stage with other individuals. I get the opportunity to share my experience, strength, and hope and give back to those that was right where I was. It's been a crazy year now, hasn't it? I mean, this has definitely been one of those years. I mean, it seems like 9, 10 months ago, almost a year ago, all of a sudden the world decided it didn't want to act right no more. Everything changed in an instance. I know people in recovery, people that suffer from substance use disorder like I do, we struggle with change. We struggle with fears. We struggle with the unknown. That's what 2020 was, if that's how you want to look at it. Look at 2020 as a year of uncertainty, fear, and unknown, or like I started off, you can look at it as an opportunity. 2020 was a chance to do something different, to grow, to expand, to learn, try new things. That's what a lot of us did. That's why we're here today on this virtual event, doing something different. We can't have our events in person, but here we are. You're going to hear our voice today. So 2020, like this was the biggest example of life on life's terms. This is the first time ever someone in recovery couldn't go to their sponsor, couldn't go to their mentor. Like, what would you do in this situation? I ain't no answer. No experience on this. But yeah, we got through it. Why? Because we got each other. We got like-minded people just like us. We got people that care. We built relationships because we put in action. Because we are a lot more than what a lot of people think. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to do a little bit of spoken word. The first piece I'm going to do, it's called I'm More Than. And this one's about anybody that's ever been stigmatized by a word, by a label that's felt less than. If you are, if you have, I want you in the chats to put I am more than. I am more than. I am more than the labels stigma creates. The words junkie and dope fiend, alphabet of disgrace. I am more than a number, the one DOC placed. Much more than the charges they'll throw in my face. I am more than a felony of applications disgrace. Much more than a phone call my employers won't waste. I'm more than your judgment, more than this pain. I am more than a cycle revolving in shame. I am more than my failures or mistakes I have made. More than the actions with outcomes the same. I am more than statistics, the vague numbers of pain. More than my relapse and more than the shame. I am more than the Narcan you see as a waste. Much more than the coffin my parents can't face. I am more than the anger. I am more than the tears. More than the anguish that I caused many years. I am more than a diagnosis, much more than a policy. Please look in my eyes. Please try to see all of me. I am more than my trauma, all that induced it. The underlying of issues becomes my pollution. I am more than depression, more than anxiety, much more than the burden I feel on society. I am more than the consequences or your disappointment. I want more than a chance. You don't think I deserve it? I'm more than the past or the name on these labels. Inside me is more than stigma ever says able. I am more than. Come on, let me see it in the chat. We're all more than. I got to get a drink real quick. All right, before we get to a video, me and Ryan did a video. Actually, Ryan did a video. I just put a little bit of words out there, and this man put it together. We're going to end it with that. Before we do that, I'm going to share my favorite piece. And I wrote this a long time ago. It's my story in a nutshell. It's my bad, it's my ugly, it's my dark. But that's my experience. You know, I wrote this because in what I do and where I work, I'd have clinicians and I would have people that we would cross paths with and people in the community that think that when we got 2 years, 3 years, 5 years clean, all of a sudden we don't remember how it was. And we always going to remember. So with that said, this one's called I Remember. I remember. I remember. Like I ever could forget. That darkness that I lived in wasn't anything like this. I may be far removed, yet I'll always bear the scars. That past I've tried to run from, it's never very far. I remember when I wasn't. I remember all the pain. The chaos that I lived in, faces haunt me till today. I remember all my actions, those I never could forget. You think it's easy living with all those horrid things I did? I remember the cutoff notices, flipping switches with no light, extension cords from the neighbor's porch, hijack power source tonight. I remember it was rent or my addiction. Then evictions knock upon the door, hiding from my landlord inside my lonely world of empty cabinets and hunger sadness as I wouldn't eat for days. My hygiene habits lost in the madness. Addiction knew no other ways. I remember the hopeless feeling. In the darkest corners I would sit. I remember things I never could forget. I remember things I shouldn't. Things I did I said I wouldn't. The shame, remorse, and addict's torch burning my insides. Drugs, of course, the gift and curse. Telling lies which I denied. I remember the empty pockets. The things I did to fill my fix. Living wasn't living. Death became my dying wish. I remember things I wish I could forget. A solution to my problems, yet a product I regret. I remember starting over after always giving up and saying that I got this, but I never was enough. I remember wanting something different, but inside me I desired. I was sick and tired, yet too prideful to retire. If you loved me, I destroyed you, as all my loved ones paid. The price of my addiction, I remember all their pain. Too many broken promises intertwined within the lies. I remember seeing failure through all my family's eyes. I remember the weight of coffins from all my dying friends, then hanging with their murderer as he slowly killed again. I remember all I used for that I only lived to use. And winning wasn't winning when you knew you soon would lose. I remember crying daughters, the tears within their eyes. The hardest word I ever said, Daddy's leaving and goodbye. I remember author daddy and parenting through glass. Now a pen pal to my children is the state paid my stamps. I remember dreadful phone calls, the helpless feeling that you get when informed that your daughter is in the foster system yet again. I remember coming home after 1,900 days to a daughter that didn't know me as we sat here face to face. So when you ask if I remember, how you think I could forget? That life I wasn't living wasn't anything like this. I love you guys. That was amazing. This has been an amazing night. A lot of hope, amazing music. I can't wait to see more. Ryan, what else we got in store?
I think we got a sweet video.
Sweet
coming
video.
up here in a second. And, shout out to a couple of my dudes that I work with at Whitewater, man, Jake and Joe. They're supporting me on this journey. Another guy that is one of Jake's best friends, Josh, man. They're up there working their butts off. And man, I've learned so much from those guys as far as video editing and how to set up shots and different things. And I still got a lot to learn, but
Killed it.
dude, those guys,
You killed it.
they're like 10 times better than I am. But dude, so just much love to them. And just goes back to the relationships. And Aaron, I wanted to bring note to something as we kind of transition after this video. I'll be giving a little bit of my story next. And you gave this to me.
Everywhere I go.
And I'll walk up to the camera so you guys can see it. This is super important to me. I wear it pretty much everywhere. It's pretty simple. Everybody knows the Serenity Prayer, right? Especially in recovery circles. But, man, I've done a lot of stuff that I regret. And this gives me the opportunity to leave it at my Creator's feet. And, you know, everybody's faith journey is different. But for me, it needs to be a relationship. And, man, I'm so thankful for that grace and that forgiveness. But just want to thank you for giving this to me. And it's funny because every time I see you out, every time we're out, we're both wearing it. And I'm sure if you guys want to see this, Kayla will probably find it on Amazon for you and put a link in the chat. But we're so glad you guys are here. Even Kendall, my buddy, who texted me and said, hey, you got a bald spot. Yeah, this is what God gave me. It is what it is.
It's all right. I got grades, man.
I know.
So we're good.
I'm not getting any younger. So, but, you know, man, it's just so good that we can have a second chance.
Absolutely.
You know, you say I remember. I remember too. But it is in the day-to-day life when you're taking things one day at a time, one moment at a time. You can kind of forget. You kind of, you know, you get this like new way of life, a new way of living, and it's like, oh yeah, everything's good. But man,
Nor do we want to forget.
no.
I need that in my hindsight. I need to remember that and get up here and shaking and have them cold chills so I don't forget.
Me too, man. I
I
gotta
need
wake
to be
up.
able to value this life today.
Wake up grateful every day. Wake up looking at my kids and just being thankful that I get
Blessed.
to be there with them, you know.
Blessed.
So, well, guys, check out this video, and we'll be right back.
You can do this.
Sometimes life can be tough. I know. Maybe it even seems a little unfair. But you can do this. Because we've all had those moments, the ones filled with doubt, where we keep trying and trying, feeling no way out, feeling hurt, upset, and lived regret. Which way is up inside this mess? But you can do this. Make it through one day. You can build from that. Those feelings are just feelings. They're not fact. If you want change, then make the changes, because days stay the same when we replay them. I can't say it's easy, but it will be worth it. Each day you wake up, believe me, has purpose. You can do this. Sometimes you got to go through your worst to see your best, and fail many times before you pass life's test. We grow through what we go through. Just how strong you are is what this shows you. Is our failures, our lessons learned, then we're blessed with, experience gained, which becomes our message. You can do this because you are loved and you are worthy. The life you want, you are deserving. You can make it. Only you can take it. All your dreams and goals, they're yours. Embrace it. You can do this. Please keep your head held high. Don't be discouraged. You're stronger than you know. We call this courage. So, please wipe those tears and face your fears. You're not alone, as we are here. You can do this.
We grow through what we go through. Man, Aaron, I love that line. And when Aaron and I were doing this video, he's like, man, this is not like anything I've written. I try to focus on hope these days. And, man, that's hopeful. That's inspiring. And, it's just amazing because we do grow through what we go through if we allow that to change us in a positive way. Guys, my name's Ryan, a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, sinner saved by grace. I've had struggles in the past from depression and anxiety and PTSD, substance abuse, more than I want to count. And this night for me, it's about hope. Hope is the best dope. Again, I know because I've tried some of that dope. And so part of this event is just being vulnerable. So I found in my life, every time I'd isolate myself, I'd just sink deeper into that hole. Every time I thought that I was doing everything right, I wasn't doing anything right. Every time I thought I'd have that chance to take the next step forward in life, I'd take 2 steps back. So my story starts like a lot of stories. And it's funny because I think each of us, I'd say it's from the enemy because I'm a firm believer in God. But I think each of us are like, oh, my story's so unique, nobody could relate to this. But I can tell you that, man, I relate to people that have a totally different story so well because it teaches me something about myself that I didn't even realize was there. So my story starts out with a pretty decent middle-class childhood, abandoned by my father, adopted by, he's not really a stepfather, and he's the one who raised me. He'll always be my father. And luckily, God allows us to make amends. But I was abused by him. I was abandoned by my biological dad, who to this day I wish I had a better relationship with, but I don't. But that's okay, because I do have a dad that loves me. I do have a father, one that created me, that loves me and has a plan for me. And so I can dwell on those things, but that's not who I am. Might be who I was. But you go through high school, you start smoking some weed on the weekends, maybe drinking with some buddies. And then a buddy gets hurt playing sports, and you start doing pain pills. And you don't realize, at that moment, that might be your life. That you could get addicted to that, and that could consume every waking thought that you have. But it can. And I'm lucky. I saw a lot of friends go down a dark road. I saw a lot of friends die. And I didn't want to be like that. And my beautiful wife, man, she's absolutely amazing. But she has been through so much with me. But I had this recollection. My sober date is January 7th, 2019. The day I overdosed on fentanyl. The day I should have probably lost my life. But thankfully, God was with me. The day my 15-year-old son, 14-year-old son at that time, found me on the cold basement floor. As blue as the color that basement floor was painted. Guys, at this time, I was a dispatcher. I was a firefighter and an EMT. I knew better. And even though I had enjoyed those pain pills with friends when I was younger, once I had my child, I wasn't going to ever go back to that. I wasn't going to go to that life. I wasn't going to live like that guy that I was judging. Because I knew better. I knew my limits. I knew how to control it. I knew what I could do to keep it in check. Until I wake up in the hospital. Bright lights all around me, and I don't really know what's going on. Until I say that, tell the people around me, like, yeah, I was maybe down for an hour from this overdose. I was probably down 3 hours. That experience, that heartbreak, that pain I caused other people. Man, that hit me like a flood after that. Lost my job. But I truly, truly felt like God had saved me that day. I knew that scientifically, like, there's no reason in the world that I should still be alive. But he had a plan for me. So when I say that I wake up grateful every day, it's not just because I try to say the right words. It's because I believe it. It's because it means the world to me to have another opportunity to see my kids and my wife. And I stand before you today, a ministry leader, a Jesus lover, and I'm not ashamed. And I don't live in my guilt. I don't live in my past. I'm excited about the future. I'm happier today than I've ever been. And like I said, January 7th, 2019, when I met my friend Amanda Sampson, Wyatt's wife that I mentioned earlier. And it's funny because when we first met, she's like, man, one day you're going to be helping me. And I was broken. Like, I could barely get off the couch. There was part of me, if I'm being honest, that really wished I did die. Because I didn't know if it was going to be worth it. But I know now it is worth it. I know now that I can do this. I know now that even though I went through that pain and that hurt, that God had a plan for me, and it allows me to hopefully give back and affect other people and impact other people in the way He's wanted me to do from the very start. So I'm grateful and I'm blessed. And there's lots more to my story that I won't share tonight, but these days I try to live like an open book. Because if I do that, I stay in the light. And if I stay in the light, the enemy can't have me back. So I just hit a 2-year anniversary recently. And that's pretty cool. But what I realized was I hadn't not used any substances for 2 years since I was 16 years old. Now, it's not to say that I was messed up the whole time, but I never had 2 full years of absolute sobriety from absolutely everything that mattered. And I stand before you happier today than I've ever been. I stand before you with better relationships than I've ever had. People that will come out and be part of this crazy idea with me. So thank you. It has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with God saying, you know what, Ryan? I'm not done with you yet. And if you're not dead, I'm not done with you yet. So I want to encourage you. Because I'll be honest, the storms are still going to come, guys. The temptation is still going to come. And you either just came out of a storm, you're in the storm right now, or you're getting ready to go into a storm. But you know the funny thing is, I don't worry about the storm so much anymore. Because Jesus changed the way that I viewed that storm. And so I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for every single one of you that have been part of this event, every single one of you guys online. And in our darkest moments, there's still hope. So we're going to end out And I think it's only appropriate that we do some worship tunes because they mean a lot to me. And if you listen to the order of these tunes, I was pretty intentional about them because some of these tunes are how I found my way back to God. And again, I'm thankful for that. You know, sometimes if God calls you back from a traumatic circumstance, you just got to lay it down at his knees. You got to sit at the end of that altar. And you got to say, you know what, God, I'm going to try not to be in control anymore. And I say try because I'm a control freak. Like I said, I was a dispatcher. So that tells you anything about my personality. But sometimes he just wants us to surrender and recognize that there's so much more to this world. And there's so much beauty and hope and love and peace if we are just willing to find it. Are you hurting and broken within? Overwhelmed by the weight of your sin? Jesus is calling. Have you come to the end of yourself? Do you thirst for a drink from the well? Jesus is calling. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Leave behind your regrets and mistakes. Then today there's no reason to wait. Jesus is calling. Oh, bring your sorrows and trade them for joy. From the ashes a new life is born. Jesus is calling. And oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Oh, come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Yeah, know what a Savior, isn't He wonderful? Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Bow down before Him, for He is Lord of all. Sing hallelujah, Christ is risen. Oh, what a Savior, isn't He wonderful? Sing So come to the altar. The Father's arms are open wide. Forgiveness was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Yeah, yeah. Bear your cross as you wait for the crown. Tell the world of the treasure you found. Yeah. You know, sometimes laying at his feet feels like enough, but it's not enough. Because he'll forgive us and we can lay it at his feet, but if we're not willing to back that up with action and do something to change it, if we're not willing to step outside of our comfort zone, then sometimes you just need hope. Sometimes you just need to realize that you're not hidden. Because he wants to rescue us. We're willing. You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you've been broken, your innocence stolen. And I hear you whisper underneath your breath. And I hear your SOS, your SOS. And I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless, and I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. And I hear you whisper underneath your breath. And I hear your SOS, your SOS. And I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. And I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. And I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper, you have nothing left. And I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you. Yes, I will rescue you. So I'll be honest, that song used to drive me crazy, Sarah. Like, I know you've been in theater, and so you like rescue you. It's like choo
Yes.
choo, and I'm just like, wow,
Yes.
I don't know how that works,
Yes.
but it grew on me pretty quickly, and then I was like listening to it on repeat, and I'm like, all right, I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we lay it down, and we know we got this Savior, and then we try to say, you know what, like, I've been kind of hopeless, and I've been hidden, and I've been all these things, and I want you to be my shelter. I want you to be my armor. And then you just get this like warm hug, Chandler, like this reckless love falling over you. So I went to like a spiritual retreat, and I know some of you probably have been to like an Emmaus or a Via de Cristo. And dude, I heard this song on the way there, and I like literally would listen to it every night, like while I was at this spiritual retreat, and it was just it was a treat at the retreat. Oh, you see what I did there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so kind to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so good to me. And all the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found. He's the 99. I couldn't earn it. Don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now's your fault, still your love fight for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Yes. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming out to me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming out to me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming out to me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming out to me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming out to me. You know the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. And oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Love that song. Hopefully you guys are liking that chat. I know Kayla's taking good care of you, and if she's not, let me know. I'll make her take you to dinner. It'll be great. So, yeah, that song, man, I love that song. And then, like, you know, it kind of fits me. I grew up, well, I see a Nirvana shirt out there, and I grew up learning to play guitar because of Nirvana.
We should have played Nirvana.
Yeah, I know. We are still, yeah. Laura's like, let's go!
Bruno Mars used to do a version of that. He would do Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Ah, nice. I love it.
A night.
Well, you know, I learned to play guitar from Nirvana, and I think these days I probably have the best, like, inner Nirvana I've ever had. And I searched the world,
That was deep.
you know, but it couldn't fill me. You know? I mean, I did. And, you know, my empty praise, the treasures that fade, they were never enough.
Never.
I mean, I don't know where I would find these words, but and I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. A man's empty face, treasures of fate, never enough. And then you came along, pulled me back together. Every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Yeah. Oh, there's nothing
find me again. No, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn mourning to dancing. You give beauty for ashes. You turn shame into glory. You're the only one who can. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. Oh, there's nothing better than you. There's nothing better than you. There's nothing, nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing, nothing is better than you. You turn graves into gardens. You turn bones into armies. You turn seas into highways. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can. You're the only one who can.
So Chandler,
Ryan, what are you building your life on these days?
well,
Honestly.
usually a basement. Is that what you mean?
Okay, but not physically. Okay, Ryan, we get it. You know you live in a
Oh.
house.
Oh yeah, I do live in a house.
Right.
I'm thankful.
But what are you building your life on?
Well, I want to build it on a firm foundation.
Okay,
Sarah's like,
cut.
you guys are way too corny right now. Sarah, you broke character.
Okay, cut. Let's get another actress in here.
Hey guys, just another shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for being here on this journey with us tonight. We know it's a new thing. We appreciate you and experiencing it with us and just trying it out with us. And hopefully this is the first of more to come in the future. And Chandler, I'm so excited you're leading this one.
Hey, man, let's focus on building our life on something that will never crumble, never let us down, never break, never go to the grave, and will always be a garden.
It's wise words.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you. Sing holy, holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh,
tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers only you provide, because you know just what we need before say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. 'Cause you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. 'Cause you're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love, love. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You're good, good, perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. The good, good Father, it's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. Well, Chandler, Sarah, Laura, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
you.
These guys spent like these guys spent all day with me practicing songs, trying to get it in order. And man, I just appreciate you guys being on this journey with me. Thank you. So we got one more song for you, and then my buddies from the Lit House are going to come up and tell you a little bit about the Lit House in Cincinnati. And let me just tell you, like, this program, I mean, it's lit. That didn't go over like I thought it would. I mean, it's a little punny, I know, but no, seriously, these guys have a heart for the Lord, and they are like, I mean, they're out there pulling homeless people off the street, giving them a place to stay, and helping them rebuild. And so, you guys, like, man, you inspire me. So we just kind of want to leave you. We're gonna end it kind of soft. We want to leave you with a blessing. You know, when I started going to church, it was a lot about do's and don'ts, right? It was a lot about like God is up here and I'm down here, and there's not this connection. And something I love about Whitewater, and you know, I invite you guys to be part of our online community if you're interested. Whitewater Crossing Christian Church. You know, we're on Facebook, YouTube, all the social medias. But one thing I love about this church is we prioritize relationship over religion. And it's not just about like this vertical relationship with God. It's about this like horizontal relationship. Like you guys are here supporting me right now, and I love that. So if you're interested in checking that out, coming online, come into a Sunday service. We have services at 9 and 11. Like, I've never felt judged in this church, and I can't say that about any other churches, unfortunately. You know, so that's just a shout out to the culture that exists here, and for them to support this event. I'm just so incredibly thankful for so many people supporting me behind the scenes. So, you know, it's for you, chat. It's for all you guys. It's for somebody that just needed this tonight, right here, right now. I want to be receptive to that. Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. Lord, turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen. 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 Lord bless you and keep you. Make his So batteries died. God's telling me to get off the stage. So guys, thank you. This was awesome. This was fun. I've had a blast. Chat, thank you. All the volunteers here, thank you. Truly a blessed night for me. And I want to invite Aaron and Mark to come up. These guys hang out with me on Wednesday nights at our Celebrate Recovery program, and my buddy Jeff's going to tell you a little bit about that in a sec. But man, you want to know about life transformation? Like, I think when I was little, guys, like I never knew that God could change lives the way he does, you know, and I wish I would have saw that a lot earlier in life. I'm sure you guys do too. So, Aaron, do you have that other mic out there, buddy? Could you bring that up here for us? Yes.
Should I say something?
Yeah, so, all right, well, Jake, if you're up there, Jake's helping out upstairs, and he's producing this event for your online eyes, so thank you, Jake. There's a photo Mark wanted to show as part of this, right, Mark?
Yeah.
What photo is this?
So,
Is it on? I got you.
testing.
There you go.
So yeah, the photo of me is on the right. If you guys can actually believe it, that was me when I was homeless, living the streets of Cincinnati back in 2016. I just wanted to die, you know, and getting locked up saved my life, started me on the path towards recovery again. But it's just a transformation. Normally people don't even recognize it's me. But
Yeah, dude, that guy on the right.
yeah, it's scary for real.
No, I mean,
But yeah,
that's,
it's a
that's not the
stark
guy I see
reminder.
when I see you. That's not the guy that God sees when he sees you. And
Yeah.
you guys, I mean, you're a recovery coach, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually a certified peer support, so recovery coach
Yeah.
in the state of Ohio. I work at the Talbert House Detox Center
Awesome.
for men and women. So I've been at the Lit House for about 15, 16 months now.
How much sober time?
Coming up on 18 months, that 18 months medallion. So,
Proud of you.
but yeah,
Proud of you.
yeah.
That guy in that picture,
Yeah. Like you said, man, this is the longest I've had since I was 14 years old, and I'm 35. I couldn't string any kind of clean time together.
who
But
gave you the power to do that? you
God
think?
did, that's for
Amen,
sure.
amen.
And
Aaron,
lit,
come up here,
so-
bro. I know you got a story too. And me and Aaron rock the Hey Dude shoes. We're not sponsored yet, but we're trying to get sponsored. So if Hey Dude's watching this stream tonight, yeah, we love the shoes. So
Super comfy.
talk about the Lit House, guys. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, like I said, I came to the Lit House back in October of 2019. Is that what it was? Yeah, or 2020. I'm sorry. I've been there about 15 months. My math's off. But I met Tyler Schmidt. He's a really good friend of mine. He's started LIT, which stands for Living in Testimony. It's a faith-based sober living house in Lower Price Hill. Not one of the best neighborhoods if you're familiar with the west side of Cincinnati. But it just shows you how powerful it is that we can stay down there in that neighborhood and thrive. And people know what we're doing in the community and in the neighborhood. And like I said, it totally transformed my life. I've been in and out of sober living since 2016. So I've ran the gambit of sober livings, and like Tyler's been trying to get me to come here for years, and I've known Tyler, like I said, going on 5-6 years, and I finally made that choice to come back to God, because when I came into treatment August 13th, about 17 and a half months ago, I was broken spiritually. I've never felt that in my life. I've had a lot of rock bottoms, but the spiritual disconnect from God absolutely destroyed me. And I was willing to do anything. And so I came to the Lit House. I'm around a bunch of awesome men like Aaron. You know, Aaron's an inspiration to me big time. I got a lot of people that that just love us down there. Like, they love me back to health to where I can love other men. And what's cool, that's why I love Corey Asbury, the 99, the shepherd going after the lost sheep. That's like literally my favorite song. And I was that lost sheep that everybody gave up hope on. And now I feel like God is using me as that shepherd, and I'm going after that lost sheep. Like Ryan said, I'm working in the certified peer support field. I sponsor guys today. I just got my license back after 6 years of not driving due to drug charges and OVI. Like I said, I know it's not about getting things back in your life, but it's just a testament of what God is going to do. And I have big sights set for 2021. I just want to keep going after those men and women who don't have hope and who like I said, who nobody wants to mess with. Those are like that picture you saw. Do you think anyone would want to mess with that person if you saw them on the street? No, they wouldn't give you the time of day. That's who I'm going after, and that's because of God and Lit and my CR family. So that's all I got. I'm glad to be here.
Thanks, Mark. Mark, man, you're such an awesome man of God. So blessed to have you in my life. I'm a grateful believer named Aaron. I struggle with anger, lust, addiction problems. I mean, you name it, I suffer from it, sometimes on the daily. So I've been going at this about a little over 14 months now. I have 15 months clean on the 1st. But everything that follows up to that, man, is just pure anger, sadness, depression. Grew up, didn't know my father. I didn't meet him till I was about 10 years old. My mom was, with other men throughout growing up. So there was a lot of abandonment there, and a lot of abuse, physical and emotional. Anger, I come to find out, is a secondary emotion. I was sad, man, for 26 and a half years. And, I found out the only way to go about that is to show anger growing up, and got picked on a lot. And so that's how I dealt with that. I prayed to God one night, and I actually got kicked out of a treatment program because of my anger. And I said, I just broke down, and I hit my knees, because I kept hearing that, hit your knees about it. So I hit my knees and I gave it to God. And I can truly say I've not been angry since that day. I get irritated, annoyed, things like that.
Isn't that crazy? We just ask for it.
It's crazy.
He actually gives it to us.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are awesome. You guys want to give any shout outs to the chat, anybody at the Lit House or anything like that? I mean, these guys come in hot. I really think you've got one of those buses that never end. And people just keep flowing out of it, that's what I imagine when you guys pull up at CR on Wednesday nights. And it is such a blessing to have you guys as part of that program. I've been honored and blessed by both of you guys, just getting to know you, getting to know your heart, and God transforms. So if I'm out there and maybe I'm not homeless, but I know somebody that's homeless and has some addiction issues, how could they get involved with the Lit House? What's the best way to contact you guys and get information about that if they would need it?
So you can go to thelitmovement.org, and there's videos on there, short testimonies of guys in the house, guys that's been through the program, successfully graduated, guys still in there. There's videos about new and upcoming events. There's contact info for Tyler and Jen Schmidt. And like you said, it's not just addiction or not just homelessness. I mean, we try to reach out to people that we know you're getting out of jail and you don't know if you got a place to go. We have an outreach director, Jim Green. He goes and, has them guys fill out an application, and we try our best to get them in the house. And
you guys are making an impact. You know that?
We're trying.
You guys really are. And I just so appreciate what you guys are doing. And we need more programs like the Lit House in our area. It's something I've talked about with 1Voice. We need that kind of sober living structure and home and family, community, And so shout out to Ryan coming and hanging out tonight.
What up, Brian?
He's Ryan 1, I'm Ryan 2. But, man, I just love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Litmovement.org. Seriously, you want to check that out. Some powerful, powerful stories of testimony and transformation, just like Mark can attest to. But I don't know those old you.
Yeah.
I know you guys as my brother, and thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
having us.
thank you. Love you, Ryan.
I want to say, hope is the only dope I ever got. It didn't have no cut on it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Absolutely.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you. Love you, man. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. All right, I'm going to invite Aaron back up real quick. Where'd he go? All right, is Amanda in here? Brumley? Okay, so Amanda 1 will introduce Amanda 2, kind of like Ryan 1, Ryan 2. Amanda, we've known each other for how long now?
What, 2 years?
2 years. It seems like just yesterday. Let me see. Okay, that one's working. You can use that
Is
one.
that one working?
That one's working?
Are we sure?
Well, I'm positive. So 2 years ago, what do you remember about me 2 years ago?
You were broken. You didn't know which way to turn.
Yeah. And I remember that, unfortunately.
But something else I remember too. You were hungry. You wanted something different. Any suggestion that I gave you, you were willing to follow. And not just follow, half measures. You're willing to put your whole heart into it.
I definitely dug in. I do remember that. I think you came back to me one time. You're like, you really do this homework? Like, I give this to so many people, and nobody actually does it, and you're sitting there doing it. But I wanted to take accountability. Like, I wanted to be better than I'd ever been before. I'd hurt my family so badly, and I didn't want to ever do that again. And
that's
I'm so happy to stand here today and know that I don't think about that anymore.
One thing I could totally relate with, because I never wanted to hurt my family again ever either, my children. I actually had one of my daughters on here earlier, and I'm very proud of her because she got up there and she was saying some pretty personal things. I'm very proud of you, Katie.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know Ellie and Lizzie. Just you guys are an awesome family. You are. You and Wyatt are like powerhouse. Like, you should be first man and first lady of Dearborn County, in my opinion. But we'll get to that later.
Thank you,
All
Ryan.
right, go ahead and introduce Amanda too.
So as you know, and you've heard my name said a couple times out here, my name is Amanda Sampson. I am a person in long-term recovery. I am a recovery coach. I do a lot of things in the recovery community. I'm a co-founder of 1Voice. So with that being said, I'm going to take a moment and introduce my friend, my coworker, person I'm truly honored to be a part of my life, Amanda Brunley.
Hi, my name's Amanda Brumley. Kind of make this short because it's a long story. So I've been in recovery for about 6 years now, almost 7. Growing up, didn't have a whole lot, kind of like everybody else's story up here, Had abusive father, stepfathers, went through a lot of emotional, physical, sexual abuse. Started off smoking marijuana, just trying to stay away from my house as much as possible, hanging out with my friends, partying. For a long time, marijuana was my drug of choice. And I tried everything, and I walked away from everything till I tried opiates. So I struggled with opiate addiction for 11 years. IV use, the whole 9 yards. I got pregnant when I was 27 in the midst of my addiction. My son was born. Luckily, I was on methadone. I had to go to a methadone clinic because the doctor said, there's no just cold turkey, Nate. You have to go through the methadone clinic when you're pregnant. So that's what I did. My son was born about 4 months after he was born, 3 or 4 months. I relapsed again. And when he was about 2 years old, I just decided I didn't want to do that no more. I didn't want to live that life. I just didn't want him to go through that. He deserved better. So, I left his dad. He was abusive, physically, emotionally. I took my son, I left, and we never looked back. Now today, I'm engaged. I have somebody that loves me, treats me like a person. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, working on my master's in psychology. I'm a recovery sports specialist. Wait, scratch that. I just got a promotion to route facilitator, so I work for the CERT team.
So, Amanda, can you explain a little bit about, I actually, when I had overdosed, the hospital gave me choices information, and I reached out and got connected with Amanda and Elizabeth, and that helped me a lot because I needed some kind of hope to go through after going through that process. How can they get more information on your guys' program, the resources you provide?
So we have the hotline, and I think Stephanie put that in the chat earlier. I don't know
Thank
if they
you,
can
Stephanie.
pull that up again. Yeah, but Stephanie put that in the chat. Anybody can call and make a referral on the hotline. you can make a referral for someone, or you can make a referral for yourself.
Sometimes we need somebody to make it for us, don't we?
That's right.
Well, I am so happy you're here, and I'm so thankful for your program because it really helped me when I needed it, and it's built me onto this path where, 2 years ago I was working with you guys, and today, I'm getting ready to take a test to be my own recovery coach. So
Awesome.
thank you for everything you guys are doing. You guys are making a huge impact in southeastern
you.
Indiana and the surrounding area, so appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Last but not least, as we wind down this evening, I want to introduce you guys to my sponsor. When I met this guy, he's just so full of light and love and just so friendly and warm. Then I learned a little bit about him, and was a shot caller in a gang, spent an extended time in prison, and just there's something about him that I connected with right away. And so our stories aren't the same, but I love this guy like a brother. He is, if I need to make a call to somebody, he's one of my first calls. And so it just goes to show that it's so important to have like somebody you can count on, have a sponsor, have an accountability team, people that have your back. So Jeff, will you come up? Can I have that other mic there, please? Thank you.
I think this one's working.
Oh, hey. Now I
Mic
got like
check.
4 in my pocket.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff, a grateful and faithful believer in Jesus Christ, and this coming April, I will be celebrating 19 years drug-free. Yes, sir. But that's only by God's grace, though. Thanks for having me, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jeff, if I understand it right, you lead a ministry around here at Whitewater Crossing Christian Church, right?
I sure do.
Can you tell us a little bit about that ministry, when we meet, how people could get involved with that?
Absolutely. So Celebrate Recovery is a Christ-centered 12-step recovery program. And I just want to tell you guys, I mean, this evening, what it's all about, it just warms my heart. I mean, for us, we don't care what form of recovery you're in as long as you're in it. And I think you talked about it when we first started. We are in this together. We are. But Celebrate Recovery, we meet here at Whitewater on Wednesdays. We feed you at 6, then we give you a meeting at 7, and break into small group at 8 o'clock.
And Jeff, I've been in church a long time. Like I said, since I was a kid, and the do's and don'ts and the, unobtainable religion. But man, the most powerful moments in church I've ever had have come in those small group rooms with a group of guys just getting real, getting honest, and that's what I love about that. And I thank you for your part in my story. You have given me so much hope, and I am blessed to do ministry with you, to do life with you, and just thankful for the support you give me day in and day out, brother. So love you. Come and see us on a Wednesday night. I'm usually there too, sometimes playing music, sometimes helping out in the booth, sometimes teaching a lesson. But it's truly, it is a 12-step program, but it is so much more than that. It's relationships with like the guys with the Lit House and just all these people that come from all different walks of life. So Jeff, thank you.
Can I just add one more thing before we go?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we know recovery's not just a one-day-a-week thing, right? And the beautiful thing about Celebrate Recovery is it's not just through our church. This is a nationwide ministry, a worldwide ministry for that fact. And just in this surrounding area, Celebrate Recovery has meetings at Whitewater here on Wednesdays, Church on Fire in Harrison on Thursdays.
Our brother Josh Barth and
We've
Roseanne.
Just if you go to celebraterecovery.com and just put in your zip code, they're going to give you some locations, time and dates of meetings. I can tell you we've got one just in this area within a 25-mile radius, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I believe if I remember correctly, there's one up in Greensburg.
Yes.
There's one at Bridge of Hope out towards Versailles. So the Ripley County guys can, I'm sure, hook you into that one. And yeah, it is a national program. The DNA and the bones are the same, but Man, you and your wife, Sherry, you guys make it extra special here.
Couldn't do it without you guys. Thanks,
Thank
Ryan.
you. Appreciate you, brother. All right. All right. Well, Aaron, why don't you come back up? You give us some parting words here, brother. He's giving me the deer in the headlights look, but he's much better at this stuff. See, I would just continue to ramble the rest of the night and like hang out like we're just sitting in my house. Aaron can at least probably try to put an end to this. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking this experiment with us and running with it and engaging and being in chat. So just so appreciate it. This night has warmed my heart too, and we are one voice.
Thank you, Ryan. Good night, y'all. No, I'm just joking.
I told you he was good, man.
Hey, just like that. No, I do. I want to thank everybody that was part of this. This was an amazing night. The music, the words, the testimonies. More than that, the experience, the strength, the hope, the emotions. These are all people that overcame things, that persevered, that showed determination. We want you to know you can do that too. If you're struggling out there right now, there's been plenty of resources in the chat. Please utilize them. Talk to somebody. We're here to help. Like I said, it's been an amazing night. Keep doing what you're doing. Recovery's action. It's a verb. Use it. I love you guys. Good night.